We are indeed grateful for everyone for being here and for supporting this cause and for trying to make a difference to protect our natural heritage of Sri Lanka. I'm speaking in English today because we think it's important that the message goes out in English as well, the correct message. As we all know, the area that is talked about for many years and of recently is to do with Vilpattu, the destruction of the Vilpattu forest area. And also we must be clear that even though we talk about it being Vilpattu, there have been several statements made that it is not Vilpattu that is being destroyed, which we are aware of, and which we at no time have ever claimed, or at any time have ever claimed, that it is the actual Vilpattu forest that's being destroyed. Vilpattu is made of several forest reserves that surround the Vilpattu forest and which are essential to maintaining the biodiversity of the Vilpattu forest reserve. If those forest reserves are cleared, it will affect the biodiversity of Vilpattu in a disastrous manner. Animals, lakes, rivers, and everything else that makes Vilpattu does not know our human boundaries. And it is imperative and it is of utmost importance that all the forest reserves around this area are protected. The areas that have been cleared was something that has been discussed in the past as well. And even though promises have been made and various statements have been made to stop the further destruction, which took place a couple of years ago, there has been a new clearance which has happened close to 700 acres very recently. And so this is what is being spoken about now, because we are greatly concerned that more of it is being destroyed, and the more that carries on with this destruction, the greater the impact for Sri Lanka and the greater the impact for Vilpattu. This destruction is within a forest reserve. Destroying forest reserves is illegal unless there is a change in the gazette for it being a forest reserve to being an area gazetted for development. So this is the change that has not happened, and why it is illegal to proceed with destroying the forest and doing new settlements in these areas. They are not resettlements; they are actually new settlements. And I urge everyone and anyone to go and have a look at the area. When you see it, only you will realize the impact and what has happened. And I think it's not specific to this area, but I think we all sit here today and we all speak out for the destruction of such areas all over Sri Lanka. It's happening everywhere, and it's affecting our water, it's affecting our food, the growing of our food. Farmers are suffering. A lot of people in many villages are suffering without water. It is our last remaining forest, and these are the forests that are essential to keep our water cycle going, our rains coming in, and keep us from severe drought and severe impact in the future. So it is of great concern to every citizen in Sri Lanka. We should all look at this situation together. It is something for all Sri Lankans to be concerned about, and something that all Sri Lankans have to protect together. We are also extremely disturbed, and we've seen when we went there that there are some other agencies that are funding such projects. We saw signs of the World Bank, UNHCR, Australia Aid, and a few others. We assume that these have been funded unknowingly, that these are probably illegal construction and illegal destruction of forests. We urge you to please have a look at the things you are funding, and to ensure that it's not part of an illegal construction and an illegal settlement that's happening. And whilst we all support the development of the country and the development of people getting housing, it needs to be with the protection of our natural heritage, which we can't afford to destroy anymore. For years and years and years, we've been watching the destruction of our forests, of our wildlife, and I think we are at the critical stage where we need to make a change together to ensure that we protect all our forests and all our wildlife for future generations. It's not only something just for the animals or for wildlife, it is for us, the people, to survive healthily, happily, and with pride for future generations. So together, I think I would like to speak on behalf of. I think we all speak on behalf of many citizens of Sri Lanka who have voiced their concern on this for many months, for many years, and have not been heard. So we speak here today on behalf of all of them to request to please make the changes, to make these forest reserves, as promised by the President recently, protected areas under the Wildlife Conservation Act, where it will be protected forever for the entire area of Vilpattu's biodiversity to survive, where the construction work that's happening now to be stopped until this is done and until it is looked at further. Those are the two key things that we ask for, and eventually for those areas to be given back to the forest and to wildlife of the area. Thank you.